Chosen ones, listen closely because what I'm about to share is not just important, it's urgent. If you're watching this, it's no accident. God has brought you here for one reason: to claim what's already yours before the window closes. The time to hesitate is over. This is the moment where your prayers, your hopes, and your deepest desires are no longer waiting in the distance. They're ready to manifest now. You've been on the edge of breakthrough, but God said, grab it or lose it. This is the divine call to action. The shift you've been sensing isn't coming tomorrow. It's happening right this second. The energy around you is shifting, aligning, and opening doors that can't be closed again. But here's the catch. You must move fast. This is the only right time to step fully into your power and claim the blessings meant for you. Before we dive deeper, do these 3 things right now. Pause this video, smash that like button, subscribe to join our family as we aim for 95,000 chosen ones, and drop a comment with the number 99. That number isn't random. It sends a powerful signal to the universe, amplifying the energy of this message and your destiny. If you're truly a chosen one, you'll watch this until the end, because your spirit already knows this is your moment. But if you're not ready to claim it, you might stop watching now. For those who stay, brace yourself. Your life is about to change forever. This is your call. Grab it or lose it. Let's go. There comes a moment in every life when opportunity stands before us, like a door wide open, but the window of time is brief. This is that moment. God is speaking directly to your heart right now, urging you to seize the divine chance laid out before you. Hesitation or doubt could cause you to miss what could be the turning point of your financial destiny. This isn't just luck or coincidence. This is a sacred call to action. It's your God-ordained invitation to take hold of the blessings that are ready to flow into your life. Think about those times when you hesitated, when fear or uncertainty held you back. Now imagine what could have been different if you had chosen to trust and act boldly. Life is filled with those crossroads, but this one is unlike any before. The universe is aligned, the timing is perfect, and the spiritual forces are mobilized in your favor. The difference between prosperity and continued struggle lies in your willingness to move forward now. Delay could mean losing out on what God has prepared just for you. Many have missed their breakthroughs simply because they weren't ready to step out of their comfort zones or failed to recognize the moment. But you, the chosen one, are being called to rise up and claim what has always been rightfully yours. This is not a distant dream or an impossible fantasy. This is happening in this very instant. God's voice is clear. Grab it or lose it. Don't let fear silence your faith or stop your progress. The time to act is now. You are not here by accident. You are chosen, selected by divine design to experience a life of extraordinary blessing. This moment you are in isn't ordinary. It is charged with God's power and favor. He is inviting you to break free from the mundane, the repetitive struggle that has kept you confined. Your story is being rewritten right now, a story of triumph, breakthrough, and divine elevation. Imagine a life where your financial worries dissolve, where your income flows steadily and opportunities chase you instead of the other way around. This is not a fantasy, but a destiny crafted by God's own hand. Your divine moment is the tipping point where your faith must take center stage. It is the pivot from just getting by to thriving in abundance. You've been chosen to live a life beyond limits, and it starts with embracing this present moment. Countless people wait for a sign, but here it is, unmistakable and powerful. Your divine moment is a calling to trust God's promise and step into what He has prepared for you. No more delays, no more doubts. This is your time to shine, to claim your place in God's kingdom of abundance. The world is waiting for your breakthrough, and God is ready to deliver it. For too long, you may have felt stuck in the exhausting cycle of pleading for opportunities, scrambling for scarce resources, or relying on unpredictable sources of income. It's exhausting, isn't it? But what if God is inviting you to stop this cycle now, to move from scarcity to provision, from desperation to divine supply? This is more than encouragement. It's a divine command to open your heart and hands to the flow of God's blessings. Provision doesn't always come the way we expect. It may not arrive as a traditional job or paycheck, but it will come in forms that surpass your imagination. Think of the stories of countless individuals who, when they stopped chasing after what the world offered, and instead trusted God's timing, found themselves receiving blessings they never dreamed possible, unexpected gifts, new ventures, and supernatural favor. The moment you decide to stop begging and start believing is the moment you align yourself with God's abundant supply. Trust that He knows your needs and is already working behind the scenes, orchestrating opportunities for you. This isn't just about finances. It's about stepping into a mindset of faith where provision flows freely and effortlessly because you've stopped wrestling with worry and started resting in His promises. Ordinary living often feels safe, but it is also limiting. It keeps you tethered to small thinking, financial frustration, and a sense of being stuck. But God is calling you to leave all that behind, to step into a new reality where your source of provision is divine and limitless. You are being invited to break free from the ordinary and step fully into God's supernatural supply. Think about a seed planted in fertile soil. It doesn't struggle to survive. It grows. It flourishes. When you position yourself in God's favor, you are planting your life in the richest soil possible. No longer are you depending on uncertain sources or fluctuating fortunes. You tap directly into the infinite supply that God provides, a source that never runs dry and only grows with time. When you embrace this divine source, your perspective changes. You no longer scramble after every opportunity or settle for less. Instead, you stand firm, knowing that your provision is guaranteed. The ordinary fades away, replaced by a life marked by peace, confidence, and a deep sense of security that only comes from God's hand. Timing is everything. How often have you missed out because the moment wasn't right, or you were too early or too late? God's perfect timing is not just a phrase, it's a divine rhythm, a sacred pulse that synchronizes your life with His greater plan. Right now, that timing is calling you forward into your breakthrough. It can be hard to wait, especially when you're hungry for change, but impatience often leads us to make decisions that derail our progress. Instead, imagine the power of stepping confidently into God's timing, a moment so precise that every step you take is guided, every door you approach swings wide open, and every effort is blessed beyond measure. The beautiful truth is that God's timing is always perfect. When you align your heart and actions with His clock, you tap into a flow that no human effort can replicate. This divine timing is a gift, a chance to maximize your blessings and experience a breakthrough that lasts. Your task is to listen, trust, and move forward when God says, now. Struggle is a part of life, but it's not your final destination. God doesn't want you to live in a constant state of financial hardship or limitation. He wants to elevate you into a place of supernatural abundance, a realm where blessings overflow and scarcity becomes a distant memory. Think about those moments when everything seemed to be against you. Bills piling up, doors closing, hope fading. In those moments, God's promise stands firm. He is able to turn every situation around. The struggle is temporary. The abundance is eternal. Stories throughout history show us that divine abundance often emerges from the ashes of our hardest trials. Supernatural abundance means more than just money. It's peace in your heart, joy in your spirit, and provision that meets every need. It's a radical transformation that changes how you see yourself and your future. God is ready to make this your reality. All He asks is for your faith to rise, your hands to open, and your heart to receive. God's vision for you isn't small or limited. It's vast, expansive, and breathtaking. You are called to walk in wealth that surpasses anything you've dared to dream. This isn't about greed or selfish ambition. It's about fulfilling your divine purpose through the resources God entrusts to you. Imagine the freedom that comes with true financial abundance, the ability to bless others generously, to support causes close to your heart, and to live without the chains of worry. This is your birthright as God's chosen one. Wealth is not something to fear. It is a tool for good, a reflection of God's favor, and a testament to His faithfulness. Countless examples show us how faith-filled individuals have stepped into wealth and used it for greatness. Your journey is no different. God is calling you to believe bigger, to dream higher, and to embrace the wealth that is already yours in the spiritual realm. All you have to do is accept it and walk forward confidently. The hustle culture tells us that relentless grinding is the key to success, but God's plan is different. He invites you to stop exhausting yourself trying to force things to happen, and instead trust His perfect plan. Hustling without rest or faith leads to burnout and frustration, but trusting God opens the door to peace and provision. Imagine shifting from a life of relentless struggle to one where you work smart, rest well, and watch God do the heavy lifting. Trusting God means surrendering control and letting His wisdom guide your decisions. It means believing that He will bring opportunities and resources to you at the right time. Many people have discovered that the moment they stop pushing and start trusting is the moment their breakthrough arrives. God's plan is not just better, it's the only plan that leads to lasting success. You don't have to hustle endlessly. You only have to walk in faith and obedience. Financial limitations can feel like chains around your life, restricting your dreams and suffocating your potential. But God is calling you to break free from these invisible bonds. This moment is your release, your chance to step into freedom and abundance. Consider the power of breaking free. No more sleepless nights worrying about bills. No more sacrificing your peace for temporary fixes. Freedom from limitation means living with confidence, knowing that God has removed the obstacles and opened new paths for you. Breaking free requires courage, faith, and decisive action. It means rejecting old mindsets that keep you stuck and embracing new beliefs rooted in God's promises. This is your moment to shatter limitations and walk boldly into the life you were created to live. When God decides to bless you, He doesn't do it halfway. Doors that once seemed locked tight are swinging wide open, inviting you to step into new realms of success and blessing. These divine opportunities are not accidents. They are perfectly timed and designed just for you. Think about the last time an unexpected opportunity changed your life. A new job, a chance encounter, a sudden inspiration. Multiply that by the power of God's intervention, and you start to see what's possible right now. Doors you never thought existed are waiting for you to walk through. The key is to be ready, to keep your eyes open, your heart expectant, and your feet moving. These doors may require courage to enter, but on the other side is everything you've been longing for. God's divine appointments are happening. Will you answer the call? Your mindset is the gateway to your future. If your thoughts are filled with doubt, fear, or scarcity, you will attract more of the same. But when you align your mind with God's vision of prosperity, you set in motion a powerful transformation that changes your reality. Picture your mind as a garden. What you plant there grows, whether seeds of worry or seeds of faith. God invites you to cultivate hope, abundance, and confidence. Renew your thoughts daily with God's promises, and watch your life begin to mirror His vision for you. Many success stories begin with a simple shift in mindset, from limitation to possibility, from fear to faith. Aligning your mind with God's vision is not just spiritual advice. It's a practical strategy for unlocking your potential and receiving the blessings God has ready for you. Control is a heavy burden, especially when it comes to finances. We want to manage every detail, but often this leads to stress and confusion. God calls you to surrender that control, to release the need to micromanage and allow Him to guide your financial path. Surrendering doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting more deeply. It means acknowledging that God sees the bigger picture and has a perfect plan for your prosperity. When you let go of control, you open yourself up to divine wisdom, guidance, and provision. Countless believers have testified to the peace and breakthroughs that come when they surrendered their finances to God. It is a freeing experience that turns fear into faith and scarcity into abundance. Trust Him. He is faithful to lead you to green pastures. You are more than your circumstances. You are a child of God, destined for greatness and wealth. Stepping into your millionaire identity means embracing who God created you to be: confident, generous, and unstoppable. Imagine walking into every room with the assurance that your financial breakthrough is real and that you are ready to manage it wisely. This identity is not arrogance, it's faith. Faith in God's promise and in your ability to steward His blessings. Many people struggle to believe they are worthy of wealth, but God's truth is clear. You are called to prosperity. Own your identity boldly and watch as your life transforms in alignment with this divine destiny. Miracles are not just stories from the past, they are happening right now around you. God is moving in ways that defy logic and human understanding. And these miracles are ready to touch your finances, your career, and your life. Receiving miracles requires openness, a heart ready to accept God's unexpected blessings without hesitation or doubt. Sometimes the miracle looks different than what you expect, but it is always perfect and timely. Let go of skepticism and open yourself fully to receive. God's miracles are powerful invitations to step into your abundance and live the victorious life He has promised. Don't hesitate. Embrace these divine blessings now. Financial freedom is not a distant dream. It is a present reality waiting for you to claim it. God is inviting you to step into this freedom today, to leave behind scarcity, worry, and limitation. Claiming your financial freedom means taking hold of God's promises with confidence and walking boldly into a future filled with peace, joy, and provision. It is a declaration that you trust God's plan and timing for your life. This moment is your breakthrough. The season of struggle is over, and the path to unstoppable abundance is open wide. Embrace it fully, knowing that your financial freedom is happening right now by God's grace and power. The instant you decide to say yes to God's plan, the wheels of divine blessing begin to turn in your favor. Saying yes is more than just words. It is an act of faith that opens the floodgates to immediate rewards. These are not distant promises. They are present realities, waiting to be claimed the moment you embrace your divine calling. It's like a light switch flipping on, illuminating your path with new possibilities and favor. You may wonder how these instant rewards show up. They come in many forms: sudden ideas that inspire, unexpected financial gifts, or new relationships that bring doors of opportunity. When you say yes, you align yourself with God's perfect timing and infinite wisdom, and He begins to release blessings designed just for you. This instant activation is proof that God's provision is ready. No delays, no waiting necessary. Saying yes also shifts your energy and mindset. Instead of hesitating or questioning, you step into boldness, and that confidence alone attracts more blessings. It's the spiritual equivalent of planting a seed and immediately feeling the soil nurture it. Your yes triggers a supernatural response, setting in motion miracles that you can't even begin to predict. Remember, the moment you say yes, you are not walking this path alone. God is right there with you, guiding, protecting, and rewarding every step. The instant rewards are His way of affirming your faith, encouraging you to keep moving forward, and showing that your breakthrough has already begun. Imagine a river of blessings so abundant that it flows without interruption. That's what happens when you trust God's provision. Financial blessings don't have to come through struggle or endless effort. When aligned with God's plan, they begin to overflow effortlessly. You'll witness money coming from sources you never expected, and at times you least anticipated. This overflow isn't about luck. It's about divine favor meeting your readiness. When you release control and lean into faith, you create space for God to pour out blessings in ways that defy human logic. The overflow feels like a constant shower of grace, washing away worry and filling your life with peace and abundance. Effortless blessings also free you from the exhausting cycle of chasing money or opportunities. Instead, you become a magnet, attracting clients, deals, and partnerships with ease. Your energy is spent living boldly in faith rather than scrambling to survive. This new rhythm is a testament to what happens when you stop forcing things and start receiving God's provision. As you watch these blessings overflow, let gratitude fill your heart. Gratitude fuels more abundance, creating a beautiful cycle of giving and receiving. Celebrate every small and big win, knowing that God's generosity is limitless and His desire is to bless you beyond your wildest dreams. Waiting can feel like a weight that drags on your spirit, but God is ready to shift you from waiting to receiving. And that shift begins now. No more delays, no more unanswered prayers. This is your moment to step off the sidelines of life and into the active flow of God's blessings. The waiting season is ending, replaced by an exciting era of fulfillment. Often, the hardest part about waiting is the uncertainty, not knowing if your prayers will be answered or if your efforts will bear fruit. But God's promise assures you that the wait was never endless. It was preparation. Now, the time for preparation is complete, and the harvest is ripe and ready for you to gather. This shift also transforms your mindset. Instead of wondering when, you begin to say, now. You start noticing signs, doors, and opportunities appearing like pieces of a puzzle finally fitting into place. It's as if the universe itself is aligning to meet you at your point of faith and readiness. Embrace this shift with open arms. The moment you stop waiting and start receiving, your life changes instantly. You move from a posture of scarcity to one of abundance, and the miracles you've been longing for begin to materialize before your eyes. Financial breakthroughs often start quietly but show up powerfully where it matters most, in your bank account. When God's favor is upon you, your finances begin to reflect that blessing quickly, sometimes faster than you expect. It's not about magic, but about divine alignment that opens up channels for provision like never before. You might see this reflection through unexpected deposits, new clients, or even surprising gifts from friends and strangers. It could be a raise, a lucrative contract, or a fresh income stream you hadn't considered. The key is to watch closely, because these signs are evidence that God's favor is actively working in your life. Your bank account is more than just numbers. It is a tangible reflection of spiritual favor and breakthrough. When you begin to see the overflow, let it deepen your faith. Know that God is orchestrating these financial shifts as a reward for your trust and obedience. Stay vigilant, stay thankful, and continue to steward these blessings wisely. The quick reflection in your bank account is just the beginning. As you grow in faith, so will your financial freedom. God's blessings often come wrapped in surprises. Opportunities you never dreamed of will suddenly appear on your horizon, catching you off guard with their timing and generosity. These unexpected chances are divine gifts designed to catapult you into your next level of success and prosperity. Think about moments in your life when a door opened unexpectedly, a chance meeting, a job offer out of the blue, or a project that changed everything. God uses these sudden opportunities to show His favor and remind you that He is in control, working behind the scenes for your good. These surprises are often tied to your willingness to step out in faith. The more you trust and act on God's guidance, the more these doors swing wide open. It's a beautiful dance of faith and favor, where each unexpected opportunity leads to even greater blessings. Stay open and ready. Don't dismiss or overlook opportunities just because they don't fit your current plans. Sometimes the divine plan is far more expansive than anything you could imagine. Embrace the unexpected. It's God's way of blessing you beyond your wildest dreams. There is a heaviness that comes with financial stress, a burden that drains your joy and steals your peace. But God is ready to lift that weight from your shoulders and replace it with freedom and relief. Imagine waking up each day without the dread of bills or debt, a life where your finances no longer control your emotions. This freedom isn't just a feeling, it's a transformative experience. It changes how you think, act, and live. When financial stress lifts, creativity flows, relationships improve, and your health benefits. It's like a breath of fresh air that revitalizes every part of your being. God's promise is that He cares deeply about your struggles and desires to set you free. This freedom comes as you surrender your worries to Him and trust in His provision. The more you let go of anxiety, the more space you create for His peace and abundance to enter your life. You don't have to carry this burden alone any longer. Freedom from financial stress is not only possible, it's available right now. Step into that release and feel the incredible relief of God's love and care supporting you every step of the way. What once seemed impossible is now becoming reality. Doors that were shut tight, blocking your progress and dreams, are crashing open with unstoppable force. God is making a way where there seemed to be no way, and He is inviting you to walk boldly through those openings. This breakthrough often follows seasons of waiting, prayer, and preparation. What felt like rejection or failure was simply the setup for God's grand reveal. Now, those closed doors are bursting open, revealing new paths filled with promise and prosperity. Don't hesitate or second-guess yourself. When God opens doors this powerfully, it's a clear signal that you're on the right path. Step through with confidence, knowing that behind each open door is a blessing prepared just for you. Celebrate this season of breakthrough. The obstacles of the past are falling away, making room for your future to shine brighter than ever. These doors are not just openings. They are your launch pads to extraordinary success. Your journey to abundance is not meant to be walked alone. God is expanding your network, surrounding you with powerful, prosperous people who will uplift, inspire, and support your vision. These connections are divine appointments, strategically placed to accelerate your success. Networking in God's favor means more than just meeting people. It means building relationships rooted in mutual blessing and faith. These individuals bring new ideas, resources, and opportunities that open doors you couldn't open on your own. Think of your network as a garden that flourishes with the right care. As God brings new people into your life, tend to these relationships with authenticity and generosity. The more you invest, the more blessings will return to you, often multiplied. Your expanded network becomes a powerful force, helping you reach new heights and achieve your God-ordained destiny. Embrace these connections as sacred gifts and watch how they transform your financial and personal landscape. God's provision is creative and limitless. When you open yourself to His plan, unexpected income streams begin to flow into your life. Sources you never anticipated, appearing suddenly and regularly. These are blessings designed to diversify and multiply your financial stability. Maybe it's a side business idea, a freelance opportunity, royalties from a passion project, or a generous gift from someone touched by your faith. These streams are not random. They are orchestrated by God's hand, showing that He is actively working to bless you abundantly. The beauty of these new income sources is their unpredictability. They remind you that God's provision is not confined to one avenue. As you remain faithful and open, more streams will emerge, each adding to your financial overflow. This unexpected flow brings peace and joy, breaking the chains of scarcity and filling your life with abundance. Trust God to keep surprising you, because His blessings often come in the most delightful and unforeseen ways. When God steps into your financial story, confidence and peace flood your heart, pushing out doubt and fear. These emotions can paralyze you, keeping you stuck in cycles of worry and hesitation. But God's presence brings a profound sense of calm that steadies your soul. Imagine waking up without the gnawing anxiety about money, feeling instead a deep assurance that you are covered and cared for. This peace is a supernatural gift, a shield that protects your mind and spirit from the lies of scarcity and limitation. Confidence grows as you experience God's faithfulness in real ways. Every answered prayer, every unexpected blessing, every opened door fuels your belief that you are on the right path. Fear loses its grip because you know God is leading you. This transformation is instant and life-changing. When doubt tries to creep back, call on God's peace. Let it fill every corner of your heart and mind. With confidence and peace as your foundation, you are unstoppable. The moment you decide to embrace God's promise, your mindset begins a profound transformation, often overnight. What once seemed like impossible dreams suddenly become attainable realities. This shift isn't just about thinking positively, it's about rewiring your very core beliefs about money, worth, and abundance. You begin to see wealth not as a distant goal, but as your God-ordained inheritance. Scarcity thinking dissolves, replaced by a confident expectation of prosperity. This new mindset empowers you to take bold steps, knowing that every action is backed by divine favor and provision. The power of this shift is seen in your daily life. You start recognizing opportunities where before you saw obstacles. Challenges become stepping stones, and fear of failure gives way to faith-fueled courage. This transformation sets the stage for breakthroughs that extend far beyond your finances. Remember, your thoughts shape your reality. When your mind aligns with God's vision of abundance, your life naturally begins to reflect that truth. Overnight, you become a magnet for miracles, blessings, and success, because your mindset has stepped into the frequency of wealth. One of the most freeing aspects of walking in divine favor is how you start attracting